everybody, it's Ann Kaplan from Mom Me, your mama resource from conception to college. Wherever you are on your momming journey, we are here for you. And this week is back to school week. We're talking about back to school, but guess what? I'm talking to you guys this week. Today, on Wednesday, is my baby mama day. It's my day to talk to all you mamas out there who are pregnant, getting ready to have a baby, and experiencing the joys of all the stuff that those 10 months bring to us. Whoever says it was 9 months, don't listen to that. And today what I want to talk about is you going back to school. It's back to school week, and if you're pregnant, that means you need to be getting your ass in a class. I'm not joking around, you guys. It is so important to be prepared for your birth, and that means taking a childbirth class. So how do you choose your childbirth class, you guys? Because not all childbirth classes are created equal. Some of them are really not, and we're going to talk about that today. I want you to listen in. I really want you to listen up to this message that I'm giving you, and if you're curious, is my class that I'm taking really good for me? How can I find the right class? If what I'm saying sparks your curiosity, put the word curious in the comments below, and I will contact you afterwards and help you out, okay? So I want to see those comments coming in, whether you're listening live or you're listening to the rebroadcast. Put those comments, write curious in the comments below so that I can contact you and help you figure out if your childbirth prep is going to really serve you. So let's talk about it, you guys, okay? Because a vast majority of pregnant women, believe it or not, either take no class at all. Tons and tons of people take no class at all getting ready for their births, or if they're having a hospital birth, if they do take a class, almost all of them take the classes that are offered by the hospital. So you guys, like I said, not all classes are created equal, okay? It's really important to get the right resources to prepare for the birth that you want and figure out how to actually make it happen for yourself. A lot of classes that are out there, particularly, and it's really sad to say, but particularly the classes that are offered by the hospitals, and even in some cases the classes that are offered in birth centers, are really teaching you exactly what to expect and how to act and behave in their place of delivering your baby, okay? So what does that really mean when we're talking about it? Do you think that you're being presented with all the options available to you? Heck no, you're not. In many, many, many cases, you're being presented with the options that that birthplace wants you to know about because they're the options they want you to choose. So what I'm really saying is when your birth class is not taught by an independent teacher, you run the risk of basically being taught how to be a good patient and not a whole lot more. And particularly if you're planning to try to have your baby unmedicated or have an unmedicated birth, you need to know how to do it, you guys. You can't just be winging it and taking a class offered by the hospital that just spends maybe 15 minutes talking about natural birth and 1,000,001 minutes talking about all the different kinds of pain medication out there. That's not going to help you when you're in labor, okay? But you know what? The good news is that incredibly comprehensive childbirth classes are really, really easy to find if you know what to look for. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. So how can we find a comprehensive research-based class on our own? The things to look for when you're looking at your childbirth class, first of all, I strongly encourage you to pick an independent childbirth class taught by a trained and certified instructor, but who works for herself, not for an institution, who works, like, for example, how I work for myself. I have a certification in childbirth education through CAPA, but I work for myself. I create my curriculum myself, and I'm not beholden to anybody except for my students in how I teach my class, and that's the kind of class that I want you guys to find for yourselves. And look at the curriculum, because there's 3 main categories of information that are so important for you to get in your class, and they are, you need information. You need to know anatomy and physiology of labor, the stages of labor, all of those things. You need to know that so you know what to expect. So that's number 1, just straight up information, right? But the next thing I want to make sure that your class has is hands-on practice of coping techniques. I don't want you to just be in a class where someone tells you or gives you a worksheet about all the different coping techniques, or like, try these positions or whatever. No, you need to be practicing and mastering these coping techniques so that when you're in labor, you have a million tools in your toolkit to draw from, depending on whatever your labor demands of you. And the third thing I want you to look for, and this is what so many classes lack, and I hate that because it's the most important thing, in my opinion, emotional preparation. We know scientifically that your emotional state when you're in labor has a measurable impact on your birth. It absolutely affects the length of your labor, the intensity of your contractions, the effectiveness of your contractions. All of those things are affected by your emotional state. It is crazy town that we don't prepare emotionally for birth the way we should. So I really want you to make sure that when you take a childbirth class, you're getting that information component, that practice component, but also the emotional preparation component, working through your fears and anxieties so they don't crop up for you when you're in labor, talking about what you need to feel safe and secure and trusting. That is crucial. Okay, you guys, this kind of thing that we're talking about today, finding a good childbirth class, making sure you guys are educated and supported, it is a tiny little piece of what I do with pregnant mamas every day with Mom Me. It is hugely awesome for me. I freaking love it, and I would be happy to help you make sure that you are on the right track for your childbirth education. So if you want some help in figuring that out, if you want to connect with me and let me just have a look at what you're saying or help you get some ideas about where to look for a childbirth class, just like I said before, put the word curious in the comments below and I will contact you and we will work together to make sure that you are 1,000,000% prepped for this birth. I love you guys so much. Have an amazing week. Back to School Week continues tomorrow with tips and tricks on how to make back to school drama free. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.